तद्भवं पर्याय विद्महे ज्ञानलिङ्गेश्वराय धीमहि तन्नो गुरुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ योगमहर्षि डॉक्टर स्वामी गीतानंद गिरि गुरु महाराज की जय। नमस्ते, स्वागतम, वणक्कम, namaskaram, whichever part of the world you have logged in from at this time, which is the now, the present moment, that Shana, an auspicious conclusion today, bringing to conclusion 108 continuous sessions that started on 29th of March, couple of days after the lockdown started in India. It was a Sunday morning, and something in me said, why not start sharing with those out there, those who are also locked up in the lockdown. And it was at that time that the concept of the synchronized global prayer, the Vishwa Yoga Prarthana, had been also given by the Indian Yoga Association. And during these difficult times, challenging times, at times that are an opportunity for transformation of the individual, the society, and humanity, I have been very proud of the way the yoga institutions and associations in India have responded with love, with care, with compassion, sharing tremendously with everyone. We did one mandala, 48 days of the global prayer Vishwa Yoga Prarthana, which was done morning and evening, so 96 sessions. And at that time, I thought, should I continue or just leave it? Because what I used to do was the morning synchronized prayer would then be attached to one of the sessions in the morning. Evening, the prayer was separate. It was not attached to a session. And I was like, do I stop it at 50 or 54? 54 was my first thought. Because those who have been doing the yantra sessions with me, you know that we looked at numbers which are multiples of 9. So the basic unit of 9, 18, 27, coming to 54. And then I said, why not go to 108? And I was like, will I really do it? And then I said, well, let's see. And Iniki Navami. Devasena is reminding me it's a Navami. So Navami is a completion also. One thing which I have always taken in my life, thanks to my parents, both Swamiji and Ammaji, have taught me that do the right thing, whether it is popular or not, doesn't matter. Do the right thing, not because you will be rewarded or not, but because it is the right thing to do. Do the right thing irrespective of whether people are there or not. Very deep lessons from the age of 4. I recollect these lessons in my life. And every one of my students knows very well. When I say my student, I'm not claiming ownership. It is the love that I call them my student. It's not ownership because they don't belong to me as such. They happen to be vehicles through which I can explore the teachings. But every one of my students, in that sense, they know that irrespective of how many are there in class or who is there in class, whether it is a paid class, an unpaid class, a class at which I will get a Thenga Moodi, as we call it in Tamil Nadu, at the end of concerts. You don't get any payment, but they give you some coconut, half a coconut with a banana and some flowers and Vibhuti Kumkum from the temple and say, God will bless you. We call it Thenga Moodi Kacheri. Thenga is coconut, Moodi is half, not even a full coconut. Half coconut concerts. You don't play any the less because of that. You do not sing any the less because of it. And whether people are paying you or not, you do what is right because that's what you are here to do. The Swadharma is to share. Yesterday, Ammaji was teasing me a bit. She was telling Divya, your father is doing a lot of copyright violation because he's just saying whatever I used to say and your grandfather used to say, and people think he is saying it. I've thought about that a bit because what can I say that is mine? And the answer is nothing. What can I share that is mine? There's actually nothing. What can I teach that is mine? There's actually nothing. Because everything I am is the conglomeration of the physical, the spiritual, genetics, and the beautiful environment that was created by my parents, by my gurus. And what can be a greater blessing that both your parents are your gurus? And last night I was remembering Adyar Lakshman sir. I was searching for something on the net and came upon his beautiful video and recollecting what a great man he was and how blessed I have been to be a shishya of his. Especially when at my Arangetram he told me, Ananda, you have the music, the dance and the mridangam. These are three sides of a triangle. The music, the dance, technically we should call it Natya, Sangeeta, Natya, Vadhya. The music, the dance and the mridangam, which are the three sides of the triangle, that the inner triangle is the Natuvangam. And he said, because you have all three of these, you can be a true shishya of mine. Written to me in 1987. At the age of 15 when I did my Mridangam Arangetram. I have been blessed by people who share, people who care. And I think it is my dharma to continue doing the same. And I had a beautiful email from Val in Canada, who now today will be on to their 56th session. I know many others who are doing their own sessions. Arvind Swami was doing his own series of sessions before the yoga day. So many of you. And I think, if I can be a vehicle that inspires others to do the same, share and care, I think then life feels good. All is well, as they say. We need to realize that being born human is a blessing. Avaya so beautifully reminds us, Aridu aridu manidarai pirattal, aridu aridu manidarai pirattal, Adaninum miga aridu, Dharnamum tavam seidal, அதனினும் மிக அரிது தானமும் தவம் செய்தல் அரிது அரிது மானிடராய் பிறத்தல் அதனினும் மிக அரிது தானமும் தவம் செய்தல் பெரிது பெரிது அந்த புவனம் பெரிது 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 அந்த புவனம் பெரிது அதனினும் மிக பெரிது திரு தொண்டர் திருநாமம் அதனினும் மிக பெரிது திரு தொண்டர் திருநாமம் கற்றது கைமண்ணளவு கல்லாதது உலகளவு. What we know is only in one fist. What we don't know is the whole universe. Human is so rare. And the rarest of the rare human is one who is capable of sharing and having disciplined. A disciplined, sharing human being is so vital. One who can dhanam. Dhanam is to give, to share. And tavam is discipline. A disciplined human being who is capable of sharing from the heart. How do you share from the heart? With your hands. Your hands are an extension of the heart. You can give. And the more you give, the more comes back. Amazing. And this is why that capacity to give, where does it come from? The anahata. And what is the anahata? The anahata is the vayu, the wind element. And does the wind get limited? It flows. We need to flow. Our compassion needs to flow from the heart. We have been running a series of sessions, and we started off with the Yoga Darshana, which is my favorite always. And we started off with 7 sessions, and Patanjali said, Ananda, you stupid guy, you don't even know that it's supposed to be 8 and you thought it is 7. So it got extended to the Yoga Sutra. Saptangam became an Ashtangam. Had to be 8, right? Later on I was like, how stupid can I be when it's Ashtanga and I was trying to do it in 7? The universe teaches you very well if you are willing to learn. I then got involved with the Navangam, which was our Yantra journey. And then we have been continuing with our Shadangam and Dwadasa hours, 12 hours of exploring the Adhikara Yoga. And again, I don't know what I got myself into. We have gone through 4 into 2, 8 hours plus, and I haven't even ended the Yama part, let alone start the Niyama. And someone asked me the other day a beautiful question, one of my dear students. I love their questions. And they said, Himsa is violence. Ahimsa is the absence of violence itself. Violence has no place in you because you are non-violence personified. You have attained a state of non-violentness. And doesn't compassion, karuna come from there? It is a beautiful thought. And then I realized all the 4 bhava, the Chatur Bhavana that Patanjali tells us, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekshanam. All these 4 that he says are the attitudes you choose for mental clarity in different situations, places, people and events. Maitri, Karuna, Muditopekshanam, Sukadukka, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavanatah, Chitta Prasadanam. All these 4 attitudes of Maitri, Karuna, Mudita and Upekshanam, they all spring from Ahimsa. And it is beautiful in that question that lovely student asked after our Adhikara Yoga session. I got a new vista opened up to me that all these 4 can only happen. You can only truly be friendly. You can only truly be compassionate. You can only truly be cheerful. And you can only truly have that gap that is needed from those who are non-virtuous. You can only have all of these four when you are truly living ahimsa. And suddenly I realized the connectivity that is there, the interconnectivity. Another dear student of mine asked me, and I read the email this morning. We say that the universe is benevolent, we say that we are connected to the universe, but why doesn't it seem so to me? And then the person gives a whole list of answers that have already answered the question. This is what I love about the process of questioning. If you truly are seeking answers, the answers will come from within. The moment you express the question, you need to express the question for the universe to answer it. And that is why the expression of the question is more important than the answer. Koham is more important than soham. Nan yar, that question of who am I, is more important than any answer that comes, because the question is that which sustains the drive towards liberation. The mumukshutva, that quality of burning desire for liberation, that can only come at that moment. Someone asked me about what do we do to learn more from you or through you. 108 is not the end. It is just the completion of one component. I'll find many more ways to share because I care a lot. And definitely after the Adhikara Yoga, we'll be having another session. And along with that, I'm going to be seeing what else we can do, because as you know, with Dibya, we have now started the Thursday evening musical sessions that are going to be there. We have reignited season 2 of Tell Me Appa, where I get roasted by my own daughter. And thanks to all of you who gave her those questions that really tie me up in knots. And looking at a few more things like that. So there will be a structure, because I am not disappearing, you are not disappearing. And I just felt that, it is important that a sense of completion is brought into it, because if we don't bring that sense of completion into it, it sort of starts to pull on indefinitely, and that starts to create a lag. A lag is not a good thing. One point that I wanted to end today with is that we are all energy beings. We are all energy beings, and the same energy that is in the cosmos is in us. The same energy that is in you is in me and in the chicken that crosses the road, in the cow that gives us the milk, in the birds that fly up in the sky, and in Jonathan Livingston Seagull is the same energy. The same energy that is powering the Pancha Mahabhutas, the 5 grand elements, is the same energy that is in you and me. The energy is one. And when we start to realize that we are all energy, which means we are all connected. Because energy is all about connectivity. Even with electricity, if you have electricity outside your house and the wire that is connecting that electricity to your house, if that wire is broken, you will not have electricity in your house. You not having electricity in your house is not the fault of the electricity which is there right up to your house. You have lost the connection with the electricity. Electricity is there. The energy is there. The energy of the universe is there. But what do? We disconnect. We disconnect. The great Siddhas remind us, Andathil ullade pindam, pindathil ullade andam, Andathil ullade pindam, பிண்டத்தில் உள்ளதே அண்டம், அண்டமும் பிண்டமும் ஒன்றே, அண்டமும் பிண்டமும் ஒன்றே, அறிந்து தான் பார்க்கும் போது, அறிந்து தான் பார்க்கும் போது. When you contemplate deeply, when you go inside yourself, you realize the energy of the Anda, the cosmos, the energy of your individuality, which is the Pinda. Both are one and the same. What is in the Anda is in the Pinda. What is in the Pinda is in the Anda. Andamum Pindamum Ondre. Both are one. So important. Both are one. They are one and the same. Very, very important for us to understand that we are not different. As my father used to say, the first insanity is to think you are different than the universe. We create this disconnect. Who creates the disconnect? Our Asmita. Why does the Asmita, the ego, create the disconnect? Because of avidya. And that is why that avidya has to be eradicated. It has to be taken out just as you de-weed your garden. The de-weeding of the garden is so vital. Otherwise your garden will not be a garden. It will be a weed dump. Now some weeds are beautiful. Some weeds are beautiful, I don't deny it. But a weed is a weed. So beautiful when we realize the connection. Who has closed the door? We. Why have we closed the door? Because of ignorance. And that is why the connection to the living traditions of yoga are so important. Because through the living traditions, we are given the guidance, we are given the blessings, we are given the grace of the Guru. Guru Kadaksham, Guru Kripa. It is not of the personified Guru. Remember, God does not lie only in a place of worship. God is everywhere. Why then do we go to a place of worship? Because it is a focal point. It gives an opportunity for the mind to concentrate on one point, on one object at one time, creating a ekagrata. The mind which is Muda, Kshipta, Vikshipta starts to come to ekagrata. Anything that enables ekagra to occur. The mind which is sarvartha, that is going every place all the time. We are everywhere all the time except where we need to be at that time. The Guru Tattva comes alive through life experiences, through people who come into our life and go out of our life, teaching us a lesson. What is the lesson? Just be. Summa iru, said the great Ramana Maharishi. Summa iru. People think he meant shut up, keep quiet. What he meant was summa, which means just. Summa just, it means just. Summa just means just. Just. Iru means be. Just be. That was actually Ramana's message. People think he said keep quiet. What he meant was just be. Summa iru. Just be. Do not try to do. So important that we realize that we need to open up the door. We need to open up the door. As Swamiji so beautifully used to say, it is not the chosen few, but the few who choose. We need to choose. Somebody cannot choose for us. We need to choose. Just as we need to think for ourselves, we need to eat for ourselves, we need to sleep for ourselves. The same way, we need to open the door to the universe from our own self. As they say, change must come from within. When we realize that we are connected to the universe, there's a very beautiful mantra, one of Swamiji's beautiful mantras that he used to love so much, where you connect to the universal divinity. You connect with the universal divinity through human relationships and beyond the human relationship, the divine relationship. Yoga is all about relationship building. Building relationships with yourself, relationships with others, and relationship with the cosmos itself. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva tvameva vedya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. The relationship to the cosmos. You are my father and mother. You are all my relations. You are my deep friend. You are my treasure. You are my one and all. You are my all in one. That was a spontaneous translation that just came. You are my one and all, you are my all in one. That is the relationship you need to have with the cosmos. I think the greatest lesson of yoga to me is to realize we are not a finite individual, but we are the infinite universal. We are the infinite universal. And it's very easy to fall down. Very easy to fall down. Anybody can fall down. And everybody does fall down. But then, yoga says, get up and keep moving. Get up and keep moving. Lift thyself by thyself. Uddhavet atma atmana. There is no better friend than your own self. And there's no worse enemy than your own self. When you know yourself, you are your best friend. And if you don't know yourself, you are your worst enemy because you pull yourself down. You don't need enemies when you have you to pull yourself down. We will continue sharing. There are the books out there, and I deeply appreciate every one of you when you purchase one of the books. Currently, the hard copies are a bit tough to ship. We are trying to ship the books, we are trying to ship things, but the postal services are still struggling around the world. They are doing their best. I really appreciate it. But the e-books, definitely, they help us a lot when you purchase them. And on top of that, there are the... Now, my YouTube channel has thousands of videos now. Because all of these videos have been uploaded on YouTube for those who don't come on Facebook. Along with that, the site YouTube has all those yoga therapy ones. I'll be running different online courses. I'll keep you updated on it and find other ways to also share. I will find for sure different ways to share with all of you, because that is so essential for my own connectivity with you, connectivity with the universe. I think the message I would like to conclude with is that yoga must empower the individual to be the best version of themselves. Anything that enables you to be the best you, anything that enables you to transform yourself, anything that sustains your journey, welcome it with an open heart. Acknowledge it. Have gratitude. Because when gratitude is felt, savor is the outcropping of gratitude. And through gratitude and service, we grow. We grow. I'd like to end with the Kamli Swami Stuti. The Kamli Swami Stuti, which is in praise of the great Guru Kamli Swami, and the other day Divya in her Tell Me Appa had me talk about it for about half an hour, the Kamli Swami Madam and the Parampara. And there's just even so much more to share about it that I may have a series just talking about the role of the Guru Parampara, because it is so important. In modern plastic yoga, we think that if we have techniques, we have it all. Having techniques and thinking you have it all is like having matchsticks and thinking you have nuclear energy. People have matchsticks and think they have nuclear energy, okay? Ignorance is so wonderful. அருமறைகளோதரியம் ஒரு பிரம்மமயமாகியம் அஷ்டாங்கம் யோக பூமிக்கசாகி அருமறைகளோதரியம் ஒரு பிரம்மமயமாகி அஷ்டாங்க யோக பூமிக்கரசம் ஆகி என் இன்ப வளமாகி உலகெல்லாம் அஞ்சலி செய்தெய்வமாகி உலகெல்லாம் அஞ்சலி செய் தெய்வமாகி இருமை பெருஞான வாசாரிய படிவமாய் வடிவிலனையாள வந்தேந்தனை சதானந்தவமுதன கிளியனே சதானந்த சதானந்தவமுதன கிளியனே என்ன கைமாறு புரிவேன் என்ன கைமாறு புரிவேன் வருணையன் கடல் மடை திறந்த பிரவாகமே கருதுபேர் இன்பரசமே கருப்பிணி ஒழிக்க வரும் ஞான சஞ்சீவியே கருப்பிணி ஒழிக்க வரும் ஞான சஞ்சீவியே கதி உதவு தேவ தருவே கருப்பிணி ஒழிக்க வரும் ஞான சஞ்சீவியே கதி உதவு தேவதருவே திருமகள் விளங்கு சத்தடமிழற்கயவாகி திகழ் புதுவை வெள்ளவாரிமாள் திகழ் புதுவை வெள்ளவாரிமாள் சித்பர சுகோதய விலாசம் சித்பர சுகோதய விலாச ஸ்ரீம் கம்பளி ஞானானந்த சின்மயானந்த கீதானந்த கணகானந்த யோகானந்த பூர்ணானந்த சத்குருவே ஸ்ரீ கம்பளி ஞானானந்த चिन्मयानंद स्वरूप गीतानंद स्वरूप पूर्णानंद स्वरूप आनंद स्वरूप गुरुवे गुरुवे May the grace of the Guru bless us all, give us the viveka, the discernment, the vairagya, the metacognition, that shraddha, virya, samadhi, prajna that we need. Let us be worthy of the grace of the Guru. Let us be the best we that we can be. And let us keep on sharing, because sharing is caring. And we'll keep on finding new vistas in sharing that will enable us all to grow and glow in yoga. Hari Om Tat Sat.